I'm Brian Van from Sport Bike Track Gear, sportbiketrackgear.com. Today we're going to do a video review on a great boot value from our friends at Cortech. This is the Latigo boot. The model that we're going to cover is the Air boot. Perforated, tons of perforation in the upper of this boot. For most of us, we're going to do our riding in warm, nice weather. I'll be honest with you myself, I don't like to turn a wheel when it rains or when it's overly cold, and I think that is true for most folks out there, okay? That being said, a perforated boot is an absolutely beautiful thing. I can say this from experience. My preference is to ride in a perforated boot because it helps to keep the feet a whole heck of a lot cooler. Focusing now on the Latigo boot. This is a lot of boot for a very affordable price. There's a couple of companies out there that have a design similar to this right now. Cortech's, I think, in some ways, is a little better than some of the competition, and we're going to cover that. We've got a replaceable toe slider here, it's done in plastic. Shifter pad. Molded heel cup. We have a very reasonable ankle stability system on this boot. It's going to offer protection in all four directions, and you normally will not see this for a boot at this price point, okay? Especially the lateral ankle stability. Most boots at this price point will offer no lateral ankle protection, but what Cortech has done is they have a system right here, and this really functions even better when the boot is on, okay? But when the ankle tries to move laterally, what happens is this tongue moves inside this channel, and it can only move so far until it hits this mechanical stop. And that really slows down the motion of the ankle and tries to keep it inside of its natural range of motion, okay? The system works well. We've seen this on some other boots, and we're happy to see that Cortech is doing that on this one as well. There's protection here for the back of the Achilles. Got an air vent here. Molded shin protector. We have an expansion panel stitched in if you happen to be bigger in the calves. Look at how much this can influence the fit of the boot. Okay? And they've stitched that in an area where it can allow for a huge calf opening. Okay, so this boot should do pretty well for people with big calves. Velcro closure, covering up about a 3/4 zip entry. Nice heavy duty zip, looks good. Open it up. Inside the boot, they're using a spacer fabric for the upper. The spacer fabric maintains a pocket of air between your foot and leg and the boot. Works to keep you as cool as possible when it's hot out, and it can work to keep you a little warmer when it's cooler out, and that's especially true on the standard model that is not perforated. They have a nice insole as well. Okay, it's a triple density insole, and you can kind of feel that. You can feel that there's, here in the heel, right, there's some additional material. It is moisture wicking, antibacterial, antifungal. Okay, so they put a nice insert inside the boot. Sizing. I'm normally a size 12 shoe, right? I'm normally a 46 US in most common boots that run standard in terms of sizing. I have on the 46 in this, and I gotta tell you, it feels pretty good. Are there boots out there that feel better? Yes, there are boots out there that feel better. I'm not gonna lie to you in those regards, but man, at this price point, that's a hell of a lot of boot. This is something that you could do a lot of street riding in, commuting in. Given the fact that it has some reasonable ankle protection, I mean, this could be a real budget racetrack style boot too, because it does have that lateral ankle stability. And if you want to pan down, Josh, I can kind of show that in action. I mean, it works. Is there better out there? Yeah, you got to spend a lot more money than this to get that. All in all, I'm really impressed with this boot. Cortech does a great job with all their apparel. We've had wonderful experiences with their jackets, with their gloves. Tons of their gloves we've sold here. The warranty and exchange rates are very low. Their sizing is good. this boot is really more of the same, and this, in my mind, this is a great product from these guys. They've done a wonderful job with it, and myself, I really like it, especially the perforated air model. I think that's fantastic. I'm Brian Van from SportBikeTrackGear.com. This is the all-new Cortech Latigo boot.